Good morning. Welcome to my home and welcome to my heart. I think a lot. I'll bet you do too. There's lots to think about in this world. There's lots to think about in our relationships and our travel on this planet. What's happening in our hearts, what's happening in our minds, how they're all together, how they're not together. What's happening out there, how those chi fields there influence us. Our chi fields are very important. What is your chi field? And I'm going to start to bounce already, just because it feels, as I talk about these things and as I share the things of my heart and my thoughts and the learning that comes to me as I travel, the bouncing really helps me to settle things in and adjust things. I get that screen image of sifting all things from the gravel pit, and the big rocks are here, the little rocks are here, and the sand is here. I don't know if that's making any sense at all. Perhaps not. But we're talking about the fire element today, the second healing movement. The color is red. The system is the heart system. I'm going to cry through this one, I think, today. And as we think about our world right now, and all the upheaval that we've had and continue to have, and we think about our hearts, and the contracting emotion that we think about in this element, the wood element, or the fire element, pardon me, the heart, the red, the contracting emotion, which is sometimes called a negative emotion, but I don't want to use the term negative because that suggests that we want to get rid of the emotion. And we don't want negative things, we only want positive things. That tends to be a mindset. And so I want to be careful of that because all of our emotions are very important to have. They all bring us information, and it's information that we can use in some manner. So we do not want to get rid of things. The contracting emotion, there are certain emotions that if we keep them and hold them, will contract our body and put us into fight, flight, or freeze. And if we release them, we get the information and the wisdom from the experience of that emotion, but it actually expands us because we can then move into emotions that are expansive, unless we're holding the contracting emotions. But whether or not they come to us is not always our choice. What we do with them is where we drop back into choice. And so the contracting emotion in the fire system, in the heart system, is hatred. And the opposite of that is love and joy. The color is red, and the element is fire. As fire burns hot, it releases energy. It releases steam. It creates energy that can be, we use fire in our combustion engines to create power and to move forward. And so all of these things are not bad or good, they're just producing energy. And what are we using that energy for? What are we doing with the energy? As we feel into the energy of hatred and feel into the energy of joy as well, and allow them into our bodies and our minds and our spirits, and think about our chi field. We have a chi field. You might call it your energy field. You might call it your aura. You know, when you walk into somebody's bubble and they stand too close, that's your chi field. That sense of my space, your space. Everything has a chi field. This chair has a chi field. The rug I'm standing on has a chi field. My puppies over here have a chi field. They all interconnect and they interact. If our chi fields have holes, for lack of a better term, in them, and we don't understand how to use our chi fields, we can get chi fields coming into us and interacting and overlapping our chi fields, that we hold energy that is not ours to hold. And so when we understand how our chi field works and how we can, I don't even want to say set up barriers, but that's the idea. I'm going to use that vocabulary at the moment. As we set up protection around ourselves, and that protection that we set up around ourselves, think about hatred and joy and love. Think about what we talked about yesterday, if you followed yesterday, that when we go into the emptiness in our practice, that we're going into a space of infinite possibility, not a space of vacancy. The emptiness is not a vacant space in my estimation. The emptiness is a space of all possibility. And in that space, we get to receive. We get to choose. We get to release. We get to open. There's just so much space in the emptiness. And so you might be navigating, I know I'm certainly navigating, a lot of information in this world. From the chi fields of my children and my family, and information from out in the world, and the energy of different things that are happening. Going back to that fire energy and the refinement that fire creates. When a silversmith is working with silver to refine it and get it to its most polished, wonderful, pure state, he heats it in fire, and then he takes it out and he pounds it. And he heats it in fire again, and he takes it out and he pounds it again. And he heats it in fire and he takes it out and he pounds it again. Do you feel like you're some impure silver that's getting pounded and pounded and pounded? I know I do sometimes. And then the apprentice to the silversmith, that master silversmith who knows exactly what he's doing and is a perfect silversmith. The apprentice, we're the apprentice, says to the master silversmith, how do you know when it's pure? And the response is, when I can see myself in the image, in the silver. And we use silver in our mirrors, don't we? When I can see myself, my true self, my whole self, my divine self in that silver, then it is pure. Remember the process it goes through. The fire. The fire. So as we bounce, I'm feeling very emotional about this today. Because it is a space, it is a message, it is a antidote, it is a solution, it is the medicine for what we all need to navigate our world. Our world is a very interesting place. What medicine do we need? We're all looking for medicine, the right medicine. What medicine do we need to serve and heal and allow our body, mind, spirit, and soul to be strong and healthy and perfect? That medicine is unconditional love of the universe. And that is the chi field that heals us all. And we're in that refiner's fire. Think about that fire. And as we bounce, we can think of the bouncing even as being a gentle tap of that silversmith. Just releasing. That bouncing just releases everything extra. Just lets it go. We don't even have to know what it is. We don't have to look at the silver and go, well, I have to take out this and I have to take out this. No, we just allow the fire to work its magic. And the wood from yesterday fuels that fire. The fire works its magic. Today we're in the fire. We're working the magic of the heart. Purple is a derivative of red. Think of the red in the fire, the red in our blood, that our heart moves all throughout our body, carries life in it. Allowing the bounce to just allow things to release. Interesting. I felt like I wanted to just release tears, and then thinking I'm online and people don't necessarily want to see that. Part of me blocked it. I'd like to access that again if possible. Because in that stopping of myself, perhaps I strengthened the blockage. So if that emotion surfaces again, I will allow it. As I think my process, and sometimes we're going to just bounce our whole way through a practice. But as I think about why I blocked that, and now I'm back into my head again. Here's my process, just share it with you. Maybe it's yours as well. Continuing to bounce. I remember a thought went through, oh, don't be dramatic. People don't want to see your drama. Interesting what our minds and our bodies and our souls will tell us when we have inadvertently stopped our chi from moving. So as I receive that information, it now becomes some wisdom for me. Because I can choose to use it in the next time I feel that movement and that energy moving up and wanting to be released. And if I stuff it back down, I'll have more information now, more wisdom to joyously allow. Let's allow our hands to float above our heads. Allowing the elbows and the wrists and the shoulders to stay soft. And we're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In this releasing process and this bouncing process, we can feel connected to the universe. We will step more formally into a very intentive connection. Here we're releasing to make space for our intention to go deeper. Just feel what your body needs at this moment. I feel to do just a gentle swiveling while my hands are up. Just feel into it, be gentle with it. Feel, feel, feel. Allow yourself to just feel yourself. Allow myself to feel myself. Floating our hands back down into a gentle swivel here. Just like a child lets things go. This swinging back and forth with loose arms. It's a very childlike maneuver. While you bounce, tap on the eyebrows, tap under the eyes. 9, and clap. Heart meridians, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Continuing to bounce. And now just invite your body and my body to come into a quiet stillness. Come into the stillness off the breath. So breathe in really deeply, and as you exhale, allow the bounce to just quiet. I feel some muscle fatigue in my thighs, so I'm just stretching up a little bit to allow that to release. And now softening again into the soft knee, soft hip, soft ankle. And now my arms just want to expand away from my body. And I'm receiving that expansion. Just receive the expansion. I feel pulsations in my palms. I feel tingling in my fingertips. This is chi. I feel a full buoyancy in my inner arms and my ribs. It's delightful. I just feel like there's a balloon of energy in my arms, underneath my arms, in my armpits, in my palms. And the smile just automatically comes to my face as I receive this buoyancy, this support of the universe. I can feel it coming up through the floor, through the wood I'm standing on, through the cement in my basement, and down deep into the earth and coming up into me and receiving, connecting with me. It's the chi of the earth connecting with us. It's the chi of the things around us connecting with us. It's a light and subtle and yet profound experience. And I experience it very deeply in this space here under my arms. And it radiates into my heart. And the smile on my face is real and genuine as I receive this chi. I'm going to bring our hands to the lower dantian. Women, your right hand will be next to your navel. Men, your left hand will be next to your navel. If that doesn't feel right, shift them and find what feels right for you. Feel into it, close your eyes. You will feel. Receive and feel. Here we set the intention for our practice. And we set it first by calling upon our master's energy. You define your master. For me, it's someone from whom I take instruction, correction, love. It's infinite, divine, and has perfect understanding and knowledge of possibility for me. And so I feel completely safe in calling upon my master's energy, because the master I choose knows everything and views everything through an eye of unconditional love. You decide who your master is. I won't even throw out names, you choose your own. We call upon the energy of our master, and we start with gratitude, with such gratitude for everything. It's hard to even define. I set my intention for this practice today to receive the energy of love, unconditional love in my whole body and spirit and soul, and to have that chi field of love expand to everyone I meet, either energetically online, in my mind and imagination around the world, and in my physical presence here. My intention also is to feel safe in that love, no matter what's going on in the world, to feel the safety of unconditional love. And receive that unconditional love. After we've set our intention, we can call upon our Master's energy by using a password. I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together as one. As we use that password, I'm feeling chi tingling all up my arms now. As we use that password, we combine with unconditional love of the universe. And love is the most powerful force in the universe, in all of existence. The fire of love purifies all of the elements. I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together as one. As we receive the beauty and the majesty of that password, and we know of our chi field and how it goes out to others, and how there's such a quest for healing in our world and in ourselves, and how we are healers. We are born with this ability. As we learn knowledge and use it in wisdom, the radiance of our own chi field becomes a healer to other chi fields. As we practice daily and invite that unconditional love into our bodies, into our minds, into our spirits, into our souls, we become radiators of love. The opposite of that love in this is hatred. We can let go of the hatred. Yes, the world is a very interesting place. If we hold the hatred, we contract ourselves. If we step into the love and expand ourselves with the love and allow the love to expand, we become the healers. The love is the healers. The love is the healing. Feel that in your whole being. We have puppies next door. They'd like their second breakfast. And Mommy just looked at them and said, okay, here comes second breakfast. And we'll hear them settle down in just a moment. As Mommy goes in there with her love and takes their little tiny bodies and allows them to connect with her body in that intimate act of nursing. And there, you hear them settled into the love. You'll hear those delicious, perhaps little slurpy noises. here we have an energy ball. It's the energy of yin and yang. All of who we all are. And we're joining yin and yang here. All that strong pushing energy of yang, and the receiving quiet energy of yin. We're receiving them all here and joining them together. And now as we have joined them together, we're going to breathe of the universe. Hands on either side of our lower dantian, our navel area. As we breathe in, we bend our knees. We're receiving energy from the earth. As we bend down, we breathe in the expansion. And as we breathe out, we stretch our body up again. Very slowly. In this space, we can go into the emptiness. As we breathe in, we're breathing in with our whole skin. We're receiving that unconditional love of the universe through every cell and every particle of cell in our bodies. As we breathe out, we release any extra energy that was creating blockages. We receive the information from the energy, from the blockages. We receive the wisdom from the blockages, and then the blockages can go. And we release them with gratitude and love. And when we release them with gratitude and love, as we breathe in joy. Such joy. In this moment, we are just full of joy. Receive the joy. Your mind might take you to the past where there's been pain, and it might take you into the future where there's fear. Invite your body and your mind, and your spirit and your soul to be here in this moment right now, full of joy. Every breath in is simply joy. Every breath out, we're breathing out through our nose now, is a release of extra energy, and we release it with joy. So on the in-breath and the out-breath, we are bathed in joy. Joy is happiness for no apparent reason. It's because we are in the emptiness of all possibility and unconditional love. Receive that washing through your whole being, through your body, through my body, in, out, over, under, above and beyond. That smile automatically comes to our faces when we receive that. And our hearts are full. Our awareness increases up in our upper dantian and our third eye spot. Our hearts are our middle dantian. And our lower dantian is that reservoir, that pool. Breathe of the universe and receive joy. Feel that joy. Bringing our hands back to the lower dantian. Again, women, your right hand will be next to your navel. Men, your left hand will be next to your navel. Feel into that positioning. Adjust them and change them if you feel you would like to. Allow your body to tell you what it would like. Here in this space, we're envisioning our chi at our lower dantian. Chi is energy with life force and a perfect blueprint and pure intelligence. And it's activated by our intention, our yi. And as we feel it spinning faster and faster to the right, use your imagination and your visualization to have that chi spin faster and faster and faster to the right. And it's condensing and condensing and condensing. And we invite it in behind our navel into our lower dantian, that reservoir at the bottom of our torso. And I feel a sound there. That sound is the vibration of chi and unconditional love, vibrating into our whole body and always there. As we continue and come back to our practice again and again, in the simplicity of this practice, we invite our lower dantian to refill. The consistency of practice and the repetitiveness of practice keeps our lower dantian full of the chi. And as we reset our intention constantly and repetitively, the chi goes to work according to our desires. Rubbing our hands together, we've been very, very open to the universe. And now, just as we would put on a coat if we're going out into cold weather, we harvest our chi and tuck it into our bodies. It will always be there to share. It's not we're holding it to us and contracting. It's always there to share. But we're also closing our body so that chi that we do not want, it does not come into us. Rubbing your hands together, fingertips or fingers interlaced, just tapping in our bases of our fingers. And now take your middle fingers and run them on either side of your nose and up into the hairline. We're forming a heart shape. And as you do this, say to yourself out loud, I love you, and use your own name. The vibration of your voice and the sound and the love and your own name all combine together to bring in more of that wonderful, unconditional love of the universe into the heart and joy. Tapping the top of our heads. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is the number of completion. Tapping above the eyebrows, just where they begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And under the eyes. 7, 8, 9. And the back of the head. 6, 7, 8, 9. And clapping 9 times. Just feel your heart as it invigorates as we clap. Down the body. Just feel that vigorous joy that comes in. We're tapping that joy into our bodies now. Left hand up. And the right side. And rubbing those beautiful kidneys, that life energy. That's our water system. Palms forward, we're going to rub our kidneys as well. Now we're going to tap our sacrum. I love the word sacrum. It's sacred. Our bodies are sacred. And tap on the outside of the hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the groin, opening these channels between the torso and down into the body, the locomotion part of our bodies. And down to the knees, above the kneecaps, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the backs of the knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the left leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up on our toes on the bubbling spring. And drop down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's interesting to me, you heard the puppies before and how busy they were and how they just called to their mother. She probably nursed them for a whole minute, and that was it. That was all they needed. They just needed another little reconnection to their mom, and she's now resting outside the kennel, and they're sleeping in the kennel. We can do the same thing with the universe. We've practiced for a fair bit of time today, and I've gone over the time that I usually take. And so this was a large chunk of a day, perhaps. But we can connect with the universe. We can connect with this feeling that you have right now if you practiced the whole time with me. We can connect in our breath, because now we've put that onto our breath. We can connect in our bounce. So when you feel equilibrium kind of coming off, when you feel the pounding of the silversmith, breathe. Rest into it. That took, 10 seconds? Smile, tongue touching the roof of your mouth. Bounce. Because you're practicing regularly, you're using these things regularly, you're conditioning your body, your mind, your spirit, you're conditioning the chi. And so tiny little pieces of this practice done throughout the day, it becomes a lifestyle. A lifestyle of connection to the universe, connection to that emptiness of all possibility. So we can take what we've done today in a larger amount of time and use little raindrops of it to wash and cool the fire of the silversmith pounding. Namaste. I love you. I hope this blessed you today. I do deeply love you. Thank you for coming.